Hello, happy Wednesday. Hello, Kuro in the pre-stream chat. How's it going? Hope you guys are having a good week so far. We're back in the Minecraft world. We're in the Cellar world today. Working on the tunnel once again. I'm really hopeful. I'm hopeful this is the last one. I think we should finish today. Hazel's scratching up on her scratcher over there. We had a vet appointment for her today, and they said she was doing great. So, glad to hear that. She's been kind of sneezing lately. I've mentioned it before on stream, but they said she looks good. Sinuses look good, everything. So, little basil update. I'm going to switch into the game. This is where we left it off on, I think this was last Wednesday, so about a week ago. We're going to have to finish with the wall detailing. I do need to like reduce all the amount of basalt that's in here as well. I'm working on a design for a resin farm, which I think we're going to be working on in the future. I'm hoping to make a video on that one as well. So we'll get there, but I think everything outside of the resin is what we'll get done today. I forgot that we got a lot of the bays done just by working on the glass. I don't know. Now that I think of it, I don't know if it's going to be done today. Like, just the columns took me 3.5 hours. We're not going to have that many bays to do, but it's going to have a lot more blocks to it. I did get a ton of pale oak the other day so that we would have stuff to make trapdoors, because I was missing a little bit for the trapdoors, and we're running low on rockets. So let me grab those. But yeah, I grabbed, where is it? A whole shulker of pale oak logs, and I don't remember how many trapdoors I'm going to need, but it's mainly for this portion, those little in-between sections. And I feel like I may have missed something at the end. Hold on, let me check. Let me grab what I can. I don't have any trapdoors here, so I think it's safe to turn all this into trapdoors and all this into trapdoors. I think that's what we're missing. I'm gonna grab these just in case. But I feel like at the very end there we missed some trapdoors. I miscalculated. Actually forgot about that until just now. Isn't so, like, the weather has been feeling very fall-like lately. I've really enjoyed it. I had a chai tea latte yesterday for the first time in a while. Very good. Very fall vibes. Yeah, so I did miss a handful of trapdoors. Oh, and I think there was a random one just at the top somewhere on this side. So I need to check for that on the way back. So worst case scenario, I think it may take 2 more streams to finish everything, but I'm gonna try my best to do it all in one. I can't even imagine how long it's gonna take just to like cover it all with resin. It can't be too bad. But I'm excited to have this one done. See, it's so easy for me to just like miss sections. So I never keep a consistent path, I feel like. Oh. There we go. It feels very dark in here today. Oh, I should mention too, we upgraded or updated to 1.21.10. And it's 21, right? Is it .22? Yeah, it's 10. 1.21.10. We got all that. The new debug screen, I just figured out how to get the day counter back on before stream started because I needed it for the title. It's like F3 and F6, and you can do all this stuff. And it's getting mad at me on OBS for clicking the hotkey for that. But anyways, new F3 screen is kind of interesting. I'll probably adjust it with time, but it's so minimal. I had to add in like the targeted block portion, so I like using that a lot. I think it'll be nice though, because you can turn stuff off temporarily. You could like put the hitboxes on there too, I noticed. I had that on there for a second, but I was like, yeah, I got the other debug, or the other hotkey for that. I need to be careful, I'm gonna fall off. Oh, I forgot too, there's one... I'm stuck. How did this happen? I think a fire caught there. That's why that happened. No, I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, I need a lot of flowers. That was the other thing. All the pale oak garden flowers. So we may have to make a flower farm for that. But I'm gonna work on this stuff first. I think we can get some of it knocked out. All right, back to the beginning. I'm so glad we already have the floor done. It's hard to see, but you can. There's a little change in the texture. Okay. Okay, so where were we at? That's my real question. I think we should probably just go ahead and clear the basalt out. And let's see. So it's all gonna go back, and then there's gonna be a little bit past that for the glowstone. So we'll do glowstone here. I want to make these basalt. And then I need glowstone on the sides. So it's going to be skip 1 and then 2 on each side. Put these 2, and then there should be... That should be good. Yeah. I may like go a couple of sections, place the blocks, and then go back to digging, but we'll see. We're gonna start opening up some more blocks where the mobs can spawn as they come in, but hopefully not too many withers. That's really the only ones that I don't want to deal with when we get to like the fortress areas. Oh, and I forget, we have to do something different for this side. I don't think these are... Oh wait, I forgot that's... Okay. Those stay for now. We'll deal with that. Honestly, I kind of want to start getting the glowstone in here as soon as possible, because it feels really dark for some reason down this tunnel. I don't remember feeling it like it was this dark before. That one needs a spot here. Can I get you? Nope. That and... I think that should be good. Let me grab some glowstone. I do think we will at a point where we have to get more of this. I don't think I have enough yet, but I've been trying to trade with the villagers as frequently as I can. Just to keep the quantities up. Glowstone is so harsh just on its own. It's blinding. I'll forget what it looks like because I'm just always covering it up. Let me make sure this is right. I'm worried that I'm gonna figure out a little too late that something's wrong. No, I think it's good. Yeah, I think we're good. No. Okay, I think I lost the block. Okay. Who is it? Okay, luckily, oh, they could technically get in, I think. You know, I tried really hard not to set off that firework, and it didn't happen. Wasn't the day. Why does this look wrong? The light of that is really throwing me off. It looked like there was a lip on the block, a little dip. And it was just the shadows. That could be a dangerous fall. Block here. Ooh. I did not realize there was this much lava up here. I've been trying to block off whatever I can that's like too close to the tunnel because it has been catching it on fire occasionally. Surprised. This one honestly hasn't like lit it up. It takes the tiniest little ember and then everything is just gone. Okay, hopefully this guy leaves me alone. I won't though. Let's do... I'm trying to make sure the basalt is facing the direction I want it to. But some of this probably does not matter. Like that one did not matter, but oh well. There we go. It's like you can't see it from the leaves. But anything with that the leaves could potentially show through. I've been trying to make the same direction. Like that looks like there's a magma cube above it. That's why I need it to be the right block. Oh yeah, this one's wrong. Did I not just do this? What is this? Did I just miss this? I guess I did. That's why they have to all match, though. Oh, no, no, no. This was the other day. That's why there are leaves in front of it. And then, is this one okay? This one's got some netherrack right there. See, you don't notice it. But I know it exists. I have to fix it. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the direction of the basalt, I could probably change that. But as long as it's basalt, it's good to have it matching. Let's do this. Hello, Ryan. Thank you for the follow and welcome in. Hope you're having a great day so far. Let's do, honestly, let's go. There's like no good way to do this one. I'm trying to do it from below, but this one is just gonna have to be basalt. I'll survive on this one. Oh wait, I forget, glowstone blocks that. Amazing. There we go. Oh, thank you for the sub, Ryan. Appreciate ya. Appreciate the support. I am doing pretty well. Thank you for asking. Actually, I'll get this going later. I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to get your name added. And we're adding it to our little safe that we've got going for the sub. So I'll get that up later in the stream. But I appreciate it. Couldn't chat waiting for 10 minutes. I forgot that I had that setting on. Yeah, at some point, I had to get that set up. Let's see. I want to do leaves right here. I think, is that lined up? Yes, leaves right here. And then we are going to did this. Oh no, back off. And let's do this one. There we go. Let's do that. Do glowstone on these ones. I can go all the way up here. Okay. I think this should be good. We're short a little bit right here. That. And then these three. And then we've got, let's see, 1, 2, these ones. Glowstone there. Perfect. Okay, looks like that is maybe, no, we still have another section right here. I skipped that one. See, they're definitely making use of their opportunity to spawn right now, but soon they will not even have a chance. I won't allow it. I'm so tired of these magma cubes. In that world I was playing in on Monday, the alternative issue there, similar, but the portal is in the Crimson Forest. I think I don't like magmas. I think I dislike them more than hoglins. The hoglins are really threatening too. The problem with magmas is like if you have enough of the big ones, you will end up with so many little magmas. Hi Blurry, welcome in. Benify, how's it going? It's going pretty well for me. I appreciate you being here. Glad we're getting a stream in today. We will not be streaming on Friday this week. But thought I should probably mention that while it's still in my mind. This is not going the direction I want it to. There we go. Let's do this way. You're trying to get used to your new work schedule? Yeah, that's gonna be me next week. Starting a new job. Very excited for it, but I know it's gonna be an adjustment for the schedule. Let's do this one comes out. Yes. So I think we need to do that. Can I drop here? No, I do not want to drop there. I'm getting to the point where I can't just like fly back into the tunnel very easily anymore. Unfortunate. I think I'll do this from below. I think I should be able to. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm very much excited to go back and start at this new place. I think it'll be good. Good change of pace. But I think I've been working towards it for a little bit, knowing that like a schedule change was coming soon. So I've been trying to push back streams later over time just to make it a little less uncomfortable time-wise. Get people a little familiar with a later schedule, but we'll definitely be doing a majority of the streams, unless I do like a weekend one or a Friday one, majority of the streams will be later in the day. Good old corporate office hours. Excited or nervous about the new job? I'm sure I'll be nervous on my first day, because the last time I started a new job, I was really nervous on my first day, and for no reason. Like, looking back on it, I was like, why was I so nervous? But I always get nervous. I think one thing that makes me really nervous is, like, you go through the whole interview process and the negotiation process and all of that, and you come out of it, and at least for me, I'm like, did I hype myself up too much? Did I oversell myself? And I'm like, oh, I gotta, like, meet this expectation based on how I, like, presented myself to them. But it's usually never a problem. I guess it's maybe, like, a little imposter syndrome or something, where I'm just like, am I just, like, are they gonna believe me? Am I presenting this how it should be? But usually I'm fine. So I'm sure I'll be nervous on the first day for that, but the first day is always so chill, that I'm not really expecting it to be too crazy. Let's do this way. And then this one. I'm gonna fix this one. But yeah, I think that's the part that makes me the most nervous. But I am excited. Just excited for something different. Change of like schedule, honestly, I think will be good for me. And overall, I think I've like mentally prepared myself for this for so long that I got through a lot of the nerves a couple months ago. Just started adjusting is the hardest part. Yeah, like it's just this one has a 9-hour workday schedule, and then they do 4-hour Fridays, and so the 9-hour workday is not something I'm used to. Like, I did plenty of overtime at my last job, like on top of 8 hours, but my last job we were able to we had a certain flexibility to our start time that I took advantage of, that it'll be a little different now, but having a 4-hour Friday is going to be really nice. That's when we might be able to do some streams on Fridays because of that. Just depending on how the week is going. If I don't have anything planned on Fridays. I usually don't have a lot planned on Fridays, but I do need to kind of socialize a little more. Yeah, Ryan, you got this too. I appreciate the support, guys. $7:30 to 4:30, that's nice. This one will be 7:30 to 5:30. And I am not, like, I do not get up early typically on my own, but I'm working on fixing my schedule. I actually went to bed at 9 last night. It's crazy. That never happens to me. I think I did that once a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I just happened to fall asleep at 9. But most of the time, it's late before I finally fall asleep. So I'm trying to retrain my sleep schedule. But yeah, I think we're gonna have like 5 a.m. mornings most days. So wish me luck on that part. Let's do... I need more basalt. This is actually a good thing because, ooh, somebody's not having a good day. I need to get rid of some of this basalt. Thoughts on the life of a showgirl? I really like it. I have no complaints. I think I've said it before. I'm like pretty easy to please when it comes to other people's art that they're sharing. Most of the time I'm just grateful that they're even putting it out publicly in the first place, and I don't have any like negative thoughts on any of the songs. I know some people are kind of critical on the lyrics and just the depth of them, I guess. That's what I've been interpreting from the stuff I've seen. But I'm like, it's fun. Not everything has to sound Shakespearean for it to be good all the time. I just enjoy having a good song to dance to. Or a catchy melody. We all know Taylor knows how to do those very well. But yeah, I obviously really like Taylor Swift, but I feel like I consider myself like a low tier Swiftie because I don't feel like I deserve the like rights to call myself a Swiftie. I don't feel like I know enough about everything. But I do appreciate her music, and I've liked her music for a while. My sister-in-law is a hardcore Swiftie, and she knows so much, and it's always fun being able to talk about everything with her, because she'll be able to pull in like all this backstory that I didn't even know existed. A lot of insight that like diehard Swifties have that I don't necessarily have. Samurai Turned Pretty? Yes, I've seen it all. I watched it. I think I first watched it a little after season 2 came out, because I'm pretty sure I watched season 1 and season 2 like back to back. And it was kind of hard for me to get into it first. And I've heard people say this now, so I'm glad that it wasn't just me who felt this way. But it was like a little cringy at first, and it just felt like I shouldn't be like watching this drama unfold. But then once you get like invested in the characters, you're like, oh, okay, it's actually pretty good. And so yeah, that was like the hurdle I had to get over at the very beginning. I think it took me a little bit to finish season 1, and then once I had season 1 done, I knocked out season 2 so quickly. Never go to sleep that early unless you're sick. Yeah, I feel that. I've been trying. I need to like get a good routine, because I've had times in the past where I will like actually follow a pretty solid routine, and usually it's like midnight to 8. So waking up at 8 is not bad, and then I'd find myself waking up at that time naturally on the weekends. But anything before 8 is usually pretty unnatural for me, so trying to aim for 5 has been a learning process for sure. You're a casual Swiftie. That's how I feel. Like, I think depending on who you would ask, they would classify me differently. But I think that based on the knowledge other people have that I don't have related to Taylor Swift's life, I don't think I'm a full-on Swiftie. I don't deserve the title. After season 2, you're hooked. Your girlfriend made you watch it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I haven't read the books. My friend has read the books, and she was able to give me some insight on it. And there was some stuff in this last season where I think because she had read the books, she had like a completely different perspective on it than I had. And then like once it all came full circle at the end, I was like, okay, now I understand why you were making the arguments you were making, because there was some knowledge I didn't have yet. So it was kind of interesting watching it side by side and seeing how we both processed the information based on what we already knew. But yeah, I liked the series. I really like the is it Exo Kitty? The one, the spinoff of P.S. I Love You, I think, that series. I really liked that show. I watched that a while back, I think in search of something similar to The Samurai Turned Pretty, and it was pretty good. I have not seen the second season of the Life with Walter Boys yet. That was another one that I started to watch just to kind of get the fix when summer I Turned Pretty was in between seasons, but I haven't felt the need to finish and like get into season 2 yet. So I think that says a little bit about the first season. I didn't have any like dislikes about it, but it just didn't stick with me as much as Jenny's shows did. Yeah, make the old men watch it. I think it's interesting to hear that you enjoyed it and like want to talk about it, because I got some of my friends into Love Island over this summer, and it wasn't really intentional. It was just like, I'm gonna watch this, and we were on Discord and I put it on. It's like, okay, you guys can watch it if you want, but I'm watching this. And then within like halfway through the first episode they're like gossiping with me about everything, and then gets to the point where they're wanting to watch every episode. Honestly, a funny experience to like watch somebody else consume this like girl drama show and enjoy it. It's like, don't knock it till you try it. I started out playing Bedrock, but I primarily play Java right now. My first 2 worlds were both on Bedrock, and then I switched to playing multiplayer Java for a little bit, which I basically played by myself, and then I started this world as like my personal solo world, because I felt like I kept starting worlds that had an expiration date on them, because I was doing Bedrock worlds, and I eventually figured out that I needed to be doing Java, or that it would have benefited me to play Java instead. And then I like joined a multiplayer world, and I was like, okay, but this one's multiplayer. It's not mine. So this is mine. My actual forever world. Just moved to Java. Don't want to go back. I definitely like it. I never got into the marketplace of Bedrock, but I never really played with mods much in Bedrock anyways. Like, I never even considered it, so I wouldn't have had much experience with the marketplace. Okay, hey, can you guys back off? Back off! I need to place a block there. Why are you even here? Okay. He just keeps coming back. But yeah, I like being able to mod it, and I think I had just gotten my PC. Stop. I just got my... Back off. My PC whenever I switched to Java, so I had a little bit more power to work with, which was nice. I think I can do this from here. Let's go this way. But yeah, I had just switched my PC, so I had the power to run some more mods, and that's part of why we were able to do it after, like, once I made the switch rather than before. I've gone in a couple of times to Bedrock to play the little, they did a movie world, the realm for the movie, and that was really all that I popped on there for. Every now and then I'll pop in and look at my old world, or like use it for a short, but other than that, I don't open Bedrock too often. Console Bedrock through and through. Oh yeah. Can't get used to playing on a computer. That's fair. That's definitely fair. I did really like seeing vibrant visuals whenever I last popped into my Bedrock world. I kind of forgot that they were doing that. And is it still not in Java? Because I feel like it's not. I could be wrong. But I don't think it's in Java yet. I don't even know where the setting would be to look for it, though, honestly. So that's why I'm not so sure. Let's do this way. This probably won't look the best but from outside, but I think they'll survive. And by they, I mean me. But yeah, now every time an update comes out, I always have to wait until all my mods are updated. And that was never an issue I had with Bedrock because I didn't play with mods, obviously. But now that I do have to wait, it's kind of annoying. Always getting the updates slightly later, but it's purely by choice. Like, it's my own fault. I can't complain. I could just not use the mods for a little bit, but I just can't. I'm too spoiled with them at this point. I think this will be okay. That one, that's gonna be closed on. You haven't made a copper golem yet? I haven't either. I haven't played too much on this one. I definitely could though, and I haven't yet. On Monday, Fern made a little world, like he reset the realm that we had already played on. So we streamed on that on Monday, and so I've had a little bit of time, especially in early game, playing with all the new features. But probably won't play on that world too much. I could be wrong, but they tend to stay like within the 2-week Minecraft phase. So a lot of times I'll get in there and we'll play around, and then they'll get tired of the game and I should go back to my solo world. I think that this solo world has made it through 2 of their 2-week phases. I didn't realize Hogwarts Legacy has a PC version until the other day, when I was looking through Xbox Game Pass, I think. It was either that or Steam, I don't know. But I have it on my PlayStation, and I never finished it. And I tried to go back in, and I feel like Stardew, similar to Stardew in the sense of, like, I tried to go back in and continue where I left off, and I was just so lost. I was like, what was I doing last time I was here? So I'm tempted to play it fresh on PC, but I don't know. It took me forever to play it, I feel like, and I was only 20% through or something. And so I'm like, do I really want to restart? But we'll see. I enjoyed the game for a little bit, but I definitely got bored, and it was a little harder to get back into once you take a break from. Not yet. They haven't added the vibrant visuals yet. Yeah, I don't know what's taking them. Maybe they like won't do it because we do have mods, but I do think it would be a nice option to have. Because learning how to install mods can be a little overwhelming when you don't actually know how to do it. I think I had to set aside a couple of hours just to figure out how to do it all. And not everybody has the time for that. These really nice shaders. Yeah, I like Solas. These are my favorite. I also have Complimentary Reimagined, but I don't use it very often. That's just like my second set. I need to go try some of the other ones people have told me about. I've heard a lot about BSL. And there are some other ones that people have commented, but I just have not gotten into any other ones because I like Solas so much. It makes everything a little warm and sunny and happy, and I like that. This is so hard to see. Actually, let me just go ahead and put in the glowstone. Complementary Unbound. I think that's what one of the streamers I watch uses now. They used to use Complementary Reimagine, but I think they've either switched to Unbound or it's Complementary Reimagine Unbound, if that's a thing. Like it's either both or it's not. It always shocks me how different it is, or how difficult it seems for them to make the two versions parity. I don't think we'll ever get a like officially like matching set of Java and Bedrock. I think there's always going to be people who prefer the game one way as far as Redstone goes, or Trident Killers or something. So I feel like they're always going to just let them be their own separate versions of the game. But it would be cool if one day they were actually the same. I know there's some people who run servers who would probably appreciate, or well, not even servers, but just worlds in general who offer world downloads, who would appreciate having it all in the same version. Jitter uses Unbound. We'll have to check them out. Yeah, I think a general consensus is that people like the Unbound ones. I should just have a time where I research all the different ones, or just try out all the different ones and see if there's anything I like better, because I'm sure it wouldn't hurt to kind of switch it up. We're gonna do, let's see. Oh no, let's do this. Can I do it? No. I don't hear people talk about Solas too much though, the shaders. I think they're really nice, but I don't even remember where I found them. I think there was either a video just showcasing different what are they called? Shader types? Was it streamer types? Or maybe it was a little article that I read, but somehow came across the Solas ones and really liked them. It took me a minute before I realized the settings make such a big difference. Like I assumed they would. In theory, it makes sense, but I didn't realize just how much of a difference bloom makes. That I had to turn that down a ton, and that helped a lot with my fog. But for a while, I always felt like the thumbnails were really foggy with shaders on. But we fixed it. I need to do the rest of these. 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. That is early. I respect it though. I think when I first started streaming, I was trying to do like a 10 a.m. to... I think I was trying to do 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then eventually started moving it back later and later to now, where I kind of aim for 4 p.m. But pretty soon it's probably going to be closer to 6 p.m. So my stream schedule has always been changing, but hopefully I can get something down that like actually I can stick with pretty like time wise, where it fits into like my schedule. But honestly, I feel like 6 p.m. is when a lot of people start streaming, so it's gotta work for other people for a reason. I always liked watching streams around like 11 a.m. That was always my preferred time whenever I was working in an office, because that's usually when I would just be like answering emails and working on stuff, and so I could have streams on in the background, and I didn't really watch streams too much once I got home. But I know some people like to watch streams when they get home from work. Do this. Nice to see if something stands out as far as like the shaders. Well, I think I really was just looking for something that wasn't gonna take up too much power. And then I think I also was really looking at the water texture and like the mines texture. That's kind of how we came across this one. I don't really notice too much about, like if I look at videos, I don't always notice what types of shaders they're using. I'm not able to like easily recognize them, but I do always notice the clouds. The clouds are very different, and that's usually what can kind of tell for me if somebody's using the same as somebody else. But anything else, it's hard to see. I do like how with Solas it makes the ores glow. I've gotten so used to that to the point where like if I do play multiplayer with somebody else, I'll be like, oh, the diamonds are over there. They're obviously right there. And then they're like, I cannot see that far ahead. How can you see that? And I forget that it's not normal for ores to glow until I turn the shaders off. That's one thing that I do look for now whenever looking at shader types. I like the ores glowing. At first I didn't like it, but grew on me. Watched way too many streams. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to check us out today. Let's do, I think this is good. A little bit more up here. But yeah, I almost always recommend Solas to people. Like, you have to try it. You have to try them out. They're really nice. But I haven't noticed anyone else do it. Yeah, I might get back into watching streams more once it like fits into my schedule. But most of the time right now, if I'm at my desk, I'll be either working on something else or in the game. And yeah, I do post YouTube videos. I haven't in a while. I'm long overdue. I'm working on one that I should have done soon, but I want to upload on Sunday. So, I think I'll have it done in the next couple of days and then upload it on Sunday. But I had a little bit of a like creative block when it came to editing videos for a while, and had to kind of find a way to work through that. I definitely still have a little bit of the block, but I'm trying to put fewer rules on the videos and kind of see what happens. But I feel like I've been having a lot more fun thinking out projects now, because I can tend to get very like tunnel vision for a project where I feel like I can't work on anything else until I finish it. And I've been working on the storage room for so long, and I'm very much like excited to finish it still. But I think I worked on it for so long that I just got kind of bored with Minecraft. And so being able to redirect and work on this tunnel helped me rethink the kind of videos I want to work on next. Because I think I picked way too big of a project at a time when I was already kind of struggling to edit. And it was just not a good combo. But I'm already planning, so the video that I'm hoping we get out on Sunday will kind of lead into the next one. And I've been working on the creative design for that one, and I'm very excited because I think that I'm ready to get it into the world, and this one will kind of lead into it. Like this project will lead into the next project. And I still want to work on finishing the storage room, but I'm just trying to chip away at it a little bit at a time right now and work on it in between these other projects a little bit, just because, yeah, I needed a break from that one. Not time to make videos. Yeah, it's gonna be a little more rough now that my schedule is changing, but I'm sure we will make it work. But yeah, I really enjoy making the videos. That's kind of the part where I feel like the project is the most completed, is once I have the video documenting it. And sometimes whenever I don't document it, I just feel like I haven't finished everything yet. And so, like, that's the part I really enjoy, but I struggle to balance the two. That's for sure. I've learned that over the last couple of months. It can be a little challenging to get a thumbnail that makes sense and is exciting for streams, because I have to do a thumbnail for the YouTube streams. I'm trying to get like a thumbnail and a title that is exciting while also saving some of the more boring stuff for stream, because sometimes that's the best time, at least on Twitch. Sometimes I'll just do the stream on Twitch so that I can play whatever music I like, because sometimes I'm literally just digging a tunnel for hours, and digging a tunnel for 3 hours on YouTube may not be the most exciting title. So we try to package it the best way we can, but I'm still figuring out how to do that well. Hello, CLR. Glad to see you today. Hope you're having a good week so far, and welcome in. Terraforming, yeah. I love terraforming. I get less quiet with that sometimes, except for, I guess, when I have to dig or place blocks, but sometimes on these, I follow a method and I get really quiet if I don't really have too much to talk about. And working on stuff that's more creative or even more survival based, sometimes I can just find things to talk about a little bit easier. So a lot of the times I do like to just have a Twitch only stream and play whatever music I want if I'm going to be doing something extra boring where I'm not going to be talking like at all. But we're doing more. I'm trying to be okay with just having more silence every now and then. Get mending, yes, get mending ASAP. Oh, you need to go and mend them all, so they have mending, okay. I have never really been one to have multiples of the enchanted, like, hold on, Basil's feeder's going off. I'll have like multiple items that are the same enchants, but it's usually just backup, and I always forget that I have them or to use them. So I always just like mend every single time it starts to go out rather than carry multiple. Honestly, at this point, I mean, I got 178 levels. I should just bite the bullet and go ahead and make duplicates, but I haven't done that yet. I forget that I can do that. I'm out of basalt. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna need these. Just like that. And then these come out. We'll have to go get basalt in a second. Let's do these. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna get more basalt. Some background music. Wait, can you guys not hear my background music? It should be on this time. I sometimes keep it a little quiet though. Oh yeah, it's like super quiet. Hold on. Sometimes my audio gets so messed up in between streams and I don't know why. You can hear it? Okay. I wouldn't be surprised. It's coming in at like negative 55 dB, so it's pretty quiet. I may need to bump this a little bit. Is that better? If that's too loud, I can lower it again, but it should at least be picking up a little bit better. 1x1 nether portal in your world? Oh, I've seen people do that. Those are crazy. Don't you have to like go to an old version of the world to be able to do that or something? I've definitely seen, I want to say like SB737 has done that. So close to being done. I love terraforming. That's another, a lot of my like really more fluid design stuff, or if I'm just creating in general, I like to just kind of zone out and do it while watching something else, and terraforming is one of those where I can just zone out. We've done a couple of terraforming streams. Some of my other stuff too, like specifically whenever I'm designing farms, I like it to be usually in creative first, and then I will collect the materials and bring it into the world. Terraforming is one of those things that I feel like I have to do it in the actual world, not in creative, and I like using that as like a stream, a thing we're doing on stream for the day, because I can kind of just go and I don't need any creative planning beforehand. Oh, okay. You hear it now? Yeah, it must have been really quiet. A lot of the times lately, like if you click Windows G, it will show you all the audio levels of different apps. So I'll use that sometimes, like if Fortnite is really loud, which a lot of the times it is way too loud, I will use Windows G to lower other stuff, and I'll open it and it'll have Chrome set to like 12. I'm like, in what world do I want Chrome to be basically non-existent when it comes to the audio? So I was thinking that was going to be the situation there, but no, it was just really quiet for some reason. Let's do this. Use older versions. Isn't it like 1.12 or something for making the portals like that? I know 1.12 is what a lot of speedrunners use, so that might be why I'm thinking 1.12, but that would be my best guess. I think that's when a lot of like mods kind of go back to at times as well. Use an Enderman farm to mend. I have never made an Enderman farm myself. I've been on a world where somebody else made the Enderman farm and I was able to use it, but I've never actually made one myself, and honestly I'm too scared to. I feel like I'm just gonna die to the void. I think that would stress me out a lot. But they are nice to use. On this world, I have like some XP farms, but majority of the time I will use villager trading to mend. That's one of my favorite ways to do it. Honestly, I feel like villager trading is kind of underrated when it comes to mending as well, and just XP. It's always so quick, and you can have them anywhere. Like, it's just wherever you keep your villagers. Oh, I need to... Wait, no. I think these... No, this is gonna be the glowstone, right? Yes. But now I have my gold farm, so if I need to mend anything really quickly, I can. But I haven't really used it for XP very much. I mostly just go and heal them up with a couple of trades. Go sell them some iron or something. And those bad boys will be mended instantly. .12 is the World of Color update. I keep forgetting that that one exists. I was not playing Minecraft at that time. But yeah, that's what I've heard. I don't remember what the change was, but I just remember people saying that's when most, like, speedrunners use it. Probably some, like, mob or loot table or something that caused it, but we don't quite know exactly. Let's do... No, not there. Back here. Having to, like, build these out is kind of throwing me off. I keep questioning where the leaves are being placed. Honestly, I feel like this is kind of getting knocked out pretty quickly. I still have quite a bit to do, but having so many windows has been a lifesaver in this situation. I didn't realize just how many we had until we put them in the other day, but it's primarily windows. This. Oh, I thought that was a ghast. It was just my walls. We're gonna put that there. So this is gonna be glowstone, and then the rest will be basalt. Let's do netherrack, glowstone. Basalt in between. There's a machine that can speed up the tick rate. Okay, I've been seeing a lot of people do that challenge lately, and I'm pretty sure it's just a creative world, but they, or not a creative world, a modded world, but where they will run it at like 100 tick speed or something. I kind of want to try that just for fun. It looks crazy. What was it? You told me there was another thing somebody made. Oh yeah, where they could like access your ender chest. Man, people are just up to no good on 2B2T. From what I've heard. And need ender pearls. That is one other reason why I've never felt like I need to make an enderman farm, is because the XP is great, but the like resources you get from it are just excessive past like a single chest full. It's nice to have, but I can just trade my my villagers for ender pearls if I really need them. So I usually just get a couple of stacks at a time through trading clerics. And I remember going in later at the last world, the multiplayer world I was playing on, my like first Java experience. I went in and made a trash can for the Ender Pearl, or yeah, just for all the Ender Pearls in general. It was a little excessive. Let's do this and this way. At least Ender Pearls are useful. Like, I'm sure there's some people who really want to have a ton of Ender Pearls like that. But I would have a double chest full of them, and then anything after that, I was just like, what's the point? And having to wait for the, what is it? It was like a dispenser or a dropper into lava. Waiting for that to go through all of the Ender Pearls took forever. But I always felt the need to wait until it was empty before I left, because wanted to be a nice host or a nice member of the world. Had access to player data files. Oh my goodness. Sharpness 32k sword. Oh gosh. That's just like how they're very committed. I respect that, but I don't know. I feel too bad about that. I don't know if I've mentioned this on stream. I may have. Definitely told people this before, but I used to play this game called Habbo Hotel on browser and loved this game. I would play with my sister and her friends, and they had taught me a way to like steal from people by basically you would go into like a room and say, oh my gosh, look what happens when you type in your password, and you type in all stars, like 17 or something. Not 17, like 7 stars to make it look like you typed out your password and they're trying to protect you. And then occasionally somebody would do it and they would type out their password, and then you would like take note of it, get their username and everything, because this was before you used emails to log in. And we would use that to like get in there, take their stuff and leave. I did it one time and then I gave the stuff back. I felt so bad. I was like, it was like not even much. But I just felt so guilty that I did that. And I think I left a note a couple days later, and I put all the stuff back in their house. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't need any of this. I just was curious. I wanted to try it. And that was like my first experience with like trying to make somebody else's experience in a game worse. And I didn't like it. And never again. Not for me. I don't like griefing people or making the game unfun for somebody else. I'm a rule follower through and through, so that was not fun. Not for me. MMO trick? What do you mean? MMO like mixed martial arts? Yeah, not a fan of griefing either. No, I think that when that happened, I was probably like still in elementary school when I did that. I was little. Only when you have a good reason. I would never like break anybody else's builds, especially. I don't understand people who think that's funny or amusing. I'm like, somebody worked hard on this and you're just gonna go in and set fire to it and then leave and haha hee hee. It's not that serious, but like, no, somebody spent a lot of time doing that. And there's literally no point in ruining their experience. Massively multiplayer online. Okay, not MMO. I was like, I don't think Kuro's talking about mixed martial arts, but that's all I could think of whenever I read that. Well, I'm glad that it's like it was a common thing because it makes me feel like it was probably a rite of passage experience for somebody, but I still would never have done that today. It was a learning experience for sure, at least. Sometimes you do stupid things and then you learn that you don't like doing said stupid thing. Oh, they have one of the like big dirt structures. Somebody said recently, who was it who was like build an entire thing out of netherrack, and it reminded me of those old castles that I would see in thumbnails of just like dirt buildings that were actually beautiful. Wouldn't mind trying to do something with netherrack like that. You catch people who did things like that and turn them in and get... Oh, you get in-game pay? That's so funny. Pretty intense. That's funny though. You're like a superhero in a way. Yeah, the person who taught me how to do that, I don't know how many times she did it on other people, but I obviously learned it from them for a reason. Maybe they did it because somebody did it to them. Who knows? I wish the like original Club Penguin was still online, because I think it'd be fun to go back on there and play in that on stream. If I had my old world, at least. It'd be fun to like get my membership back and then go through, or not my old world, my old account. Go through like all the OG stuff that I had, because I loved Club Penguin. I never saw that little cheat in Club Penguin though. Like people trying to steal your passwords, but I also like never talked to anybody in that game. All I did was like play the minecart game and make pizza and be a spy. But now that I've tried things like Roblox, I could definitely see that being something I would have loved whenever I was younger. Which is kind of scary because there's some scary people on there. I think I told you guys I've been really into like, what's it called? Like cop cameras, the cam footage that they'll have from stuff. And I've seen ones of people who were like being weird on Roblox who got arrested, and kind of concerning. I was lucky enough that I never really experienced any of that on the computer, like internet growing up. But I feel like once social media took off is when that really started to become more relevant, of just weird people online. And by weird, I mean like a threat to children or something. Kind of scary. That ghast, I feel like something bad is about to happen with that ghast. Back off. He's looking at me. He knows he's thinking about it. Oh wait, this is the wrong block. I want to build anything on the nether roof. So we've got some farms on the nether roof. But I wanted to do all the tunnels in the main portion of the nether. Just because I think the nether is really pretty. And I like having these moments where the windows open up and you can see. And also it helps whenever I'm trying to navigate through the nether. Just being able to find my way back using my tunnels. Because sometimes I'll just be flying around and I hit a tunnel system. And that helps me figure my way out. Yeah, one of our last videos we put out was based on a frog light farm on the nether roof. Like that was the focus of it. I'll go show you real quick. I haven't been up there a lot lately. I've been so focused on this portion of the nether that I haven't been to the roof. We're getting close. I can see the edge of the fortress. I need to drop off a lot of this stuff anyway, so good timing. Do this for now. Hold on to the basalt. I think the most fun thing about our nether roof is how to get up to it. I'm assuming this is going to become more popular. I haven't seen anybody do it yet, but like using the what are they called? The wind bursts to get up to the roof. Obviously, like I think Cub made the actual design for how to get up to, or how to use the wind bursts with the dispenser, but since we had this and we didn't work on it until after the update came out, I was able to make use of that. But yeah, this is our Froglight farm, and then over here is our Wither skeleton farm, I think. Then that's a Hoglin farm, and then out here is a gold farm. Maybe this is the gold farm. Anyways, this looks like the gold farm because it looks like I have an auto sorter on here. Yep, there's that. That's how I get like a lot of XP if I want it. I've used the roof for a little bit of traversing, or like when we brought the frogs in, we used portals up here. So I do have them here, but eventually the goal is to get all of the farms up here and then have tunnels to all of the portals underground. And then yeah, we've got the frogs, and then up here's the magmas in the whole farm portion, and then we got the platform up there. Yeah, this one was fun. I haven't AFK'd in a while, and honestly we still have quite a bit. And then we drop down here. This is the only building that I have on the roof. Those other farms at some point I would like to go in and make them a little prettier, but we haven't gotten to that point yet. Playing in that other world really makes you appreciate, I actually need this all. It really makes you appreciate having a safe nether pathway. Like being able to get to all these other places safely versus having to worry about walking into hoglins and magma cubes spawned on you. I feel like I will forever need more nether storage though. It's like I have so much nether storage in the overworld, which we're about to make another additional nether storage in the overworld. But then I also have more in here, and I'm just always running out. Okay, I don't know where I stopped. Let's just see where the glowstone stops. Okay. around here. Okay. Got a couple. And then we switch to windows here. Okay. I don't like that this ghast is kind of waiting to pounce. Do these. I'm scared I'm gonna fall off in the lava. Make a bad jump. Ooh, wait. Not good. Okay, we want this one and this one to be glowstone. Any pigmen to get mad at me? I don't think so. There we go. It's actually really annoying that this netherrack is just chilling there. We might actually be okay on glowstone, surprisingly. I was pretty certain that we're gonna need more of it, but I forgot we have way fewer sections to worry about. This one's actually gonna be glowstone though. Oh, I messed that up. Need to make a gold farm and a shulker farm because your storage room is sad. So the gold farm I made was the ENX04 one, which is super easy and really quick. I want to say it maybe took me max an hour. I think honestly making my own storage system, sorting system and everything for the gold farm is what took the most time. But that one is really easy for a solo world. Now, if you want to do a lot of gold, it's probably not going to give you everything you need. But that one is really good for a solo world, and it does not take too many resources. Shulker farm, ENX04 also has a good shulker farm that I've made on a different world. And even for a server, like the quantity was plenty, but you do have to have, on both of these, you have to have everybody in the nether for it to work properly, which can be a pain when you're on a server, especially a big server. But I haven't made a shulker farm on this world yet, and I'm still debating if I'm going to. My only hesitation is that once we made that on the multiplayer is when we stopped playing. But I don't think that had to do with my... I don't think that was because of the farm itself. I think that's just because everybody else got to the end of their 2-week phase. And I think if I made one in this world, it probably wouldn't stop me from playing. But I do like to kind of wait before I make them. We do have that wither farm now, wither skeleton farm. And I only made that once I officially was like, okay, I need 6 beacons for what I want to do. And it was taking me way too long to just get 5 heads, but I think I had already made a handful of beacons, like 2 or 3 on my own before I actually made the farm for the withers. It is very nice having a ton of shulkers though. I'm always running out. This is the first time in this world that I've ever personally gotten over a stack of shulker shells, and it was so nice. But in the past, I would literally live off of maybe 8 shulker boxes until I eventually got to the point where I was like, okay, I need a couple more, and I would go get a couple at a time, but I never would have a ton at once. And I do a decent job at making the ones I have work, but it's a lot of relocating supplies and stuff, which can be a little annoying at times. I feel like every project I work on these days, I need minimum of like 6 shulker shells just to pick up all the materials that I'm like if I'm getting dirt from terraforming or removing a hill, I'll need it just to store the materials I'm accumulating, not even the materials that I need to build with. So that's usually my struggle these days. As I just, like, oh, I have so much stone, I have so much cobblestone, I have so much netherrack, and I keep having to just transfer it over every chance that I get. Command block farm. I've heard of that. That sounds like creative, but in survival mode, if I were to guess. I don't know how to use command blocks at all. I've tried to use them before. I probably didn't try it hard enough, but it was with the experience that I did gain from it, it was very overwhelming. They're probably not that bad, but I just have no idea really where to start with them. It's like when you don't know what you're supposed to know. That was my dilemma. Didn't know what questions I was supposed to be asking or what it was even capable of doing to begin with. Oh, gold for apples. Yeah, that definitely makes a big difference. When I did my zombie curing on this world, I think I got a lot of my gold from mining for netherite. Otherwise, I don't think I would have had very much gold to work with. Because I cured basically every single villager. I think I have done every single villager. Just with the gold I had mined myself. But I didn't have to go out of my way to get it, which was nice. I think it was just because I physically mined all the netherite that I got using chunk borders and stuff. I did make a gold farm on Bedrock. I think it was the JC Plays one. That was like my favorite person to use for Bedrock tutorials, and it wasn't too bad. But the one that EonXO4 has a tutorial for, I would say is just as easy, if not more easy than the one that I did on Bedrock. But I don't know about supplying a whole server if that's what's needed, because that's when it gets a little more challenging. Do we have Discord? Yes. So we'd put in, if we do !Discord on Twitch, it sends the link for our Discord, and then on YouTube it is in the description of the video. Yeah, we have a pretty chill Discord server. I feel like I'm still so new to Discord. I've like never been in a ton of them before. I'm always so quiet in them too. Can't find the tutorials. If you remind me in the media page, I can send you a link to them. I want to say maybe it actually got taken down, the ENX04 one, or maybe I'm thinking of the iron farm. But I think at one point there may have been one that was taken down and somebody reposted it, but it should still be up there. The one I made on here was maybe a couple months ago, so I would be surprised if it was taken down at this point. Yeah, come join the beefdom. Let's do these. There's still a couple of farms I've never made in Java yet. And one of them is the Prismarine farm, Guardian farm. I still want to make one. I want to drain a monument, but it just has not made it to the top of the priority list yet. But it is something it's like a bucket list item for the world. But I did make one on Bedrock, and I think I used JC Plays for that as well. And it wasn't too bad on Bedrock. I think it might actually be easier to make a monument farm on Bedrock, but can't say because I haven't tried it on Java yet. I'm definitely doing way more basalt than I need to, but consistency is what I'm going for today, I guess. Because really the only blocks that you can see around the leaves are going to be like right here and then right here. But at least I don't have to worry about random netherrack blocks peeking out. Favorite farm is the raid farm. Like to build. I've made one again on that like 2-week server that we played on. And I don't think I've ever made one anywhere else. Yeah. I've just made it the one time. And I think that it was probably, I don't even remember who designed that one. I couldn't say. I'd guess ENX04, but I'm not sure at that point in time. But yeah, that's surprisingly one that I don't make very often. I think part of it too is maybe I'm just doing it wrong, but every time I've used one, I get attacked by the Vexes, and I almost die to them. The last one we made, we stuck like boats all around it, hoping that the Vexes would not be a problem, and they still would attack us. And if you weren't wearing your chest plate, it was pretty dicey. I keep missing these little side glowstones. Yeah, I think I have maybe 4 totems available to me on this world right now. And I just got them because I stumbled across a woodland mansion one time. I think I've actually stumbled across 2 in this world. But I'm not sure if the second one was the same as the first. It looked like it wasn't touched, but it was very familiar looking area. So I'm honestly not sure. But I think I've popped 2 totems. One was because of a creeper. I know that for sure. I don't remember what the second one was. Yeah, I think I probably started out with like 6 or 7 totems, and now I'm down to 4 or 5, but we've made do. You definitely, I feel like you definitely need more totems on a multiplayer server as well, because people get a little excited and like to fight. And by people, I mean me. I do like to fight people on servers, but usually it's not fair. I will usually, like, if I'm going to, I'll have plenty of armor on. Remember the first time I saw quartz, I thought it was netherite. Ancient debris. I got so excited. So I think at that point I knew it existed, but I had never mined it myself. I don't even think I had gotten very far in the nether myself. My first bedrock world, I couldn't get past the spawn of my nether. I was just stuck in basalt deltas for forever, and I kept mining into lava source blocks, but I didn't realize it was just a single block. I thought it was another pool, and I didn't understand the whole bridging thing in the nether. I think, what was the other thing? There was something else that I did not realize until later I was doing very wrong in the nether. And yeah, my original nether spawn, I never even saw past probably a couple of chunks. Quite sad. I'm a little sad I never got to experience a raid farm, like, before they buffed the emerald drops. Because I never made one myself until after they had changed that thing. The loot table for it. But from what I hear, they used to be pretty overpowered when it came to emeralds. How many windows left? Oh, we got a friend. Actually, let's just go with the bow. Okay. Ooh, I keep forgetting it's Wednesday. A new episode of Survivor comes out tonight. I love Survivor. I just finished... Ooh, there's that. I need to get this in. I'm doing this. I just finished watching last week's episode yesterday. And I'm excited because I think they're going to merge soon. Thoughts on Crystal PvP? I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. Is that a server? Or like a group? I watched Survivor back when it first started. I only saw little clips here and there. when I remember like the first clip I ever saw on TV was from season 3 Africa, but I don't know if I saw it as a rerun or if I saw it as like an actual live aired episode. But my family's always liked it. I didn't get into it until COVID, but it's been something that like my parents always watched, and then my brother and sister got into, and then I got into. So it's a whole family show for us. Still remember Richard Hatch. So I just rewatched season 1. I think we finished it like 2 weeks ago. And it's so interesting to go back and see it all. I watched a lot of OG American Idol, but I definitely stopped watching it at some point in the 2010s. I don't remember when, but it kind of got to be the same after a while. But yeah, I watched I think I was on season like 9 of Survivor when season 40 came out, which was all winners. So I watched season 40 before I had finished a lot of the series, and that kind of messed up my perception of it because I knew a lot of the winners going into the season. Sometimes I didn't because people play multiple times, and so I would think that it's their season, but then it would end up being like somebody else's and theirs comes later. But a lot of the times I really enjoyed watching it from that perspective, I think, because I always knew who to root for, and so I never was disappointed in the winner because I already knew that they were going to be the winner before the finale even aired, or like before I even got to that part. But I always hear people complaining about seasons that I actually liked, but I have to put myself in their shoes of like, oh, if I watched this live and I didn't actually know who to root for, would I have been rooting for this person all along? And usually the answer is no. Fighting with end crystals, use obsidian to place them. 1 to 2 hits. Oh, wow. So I've seen people do that. I've seen like some of the old Minecraft manhunts, and I've seen people use the crystal things. I've never experienced it myself because I don't really PvP that much. But I could see myself getting very angry and like rage quitting if somebody did that to me. I do not like, I guess if in the context of it being like I'm aware that I'm going to be fighting somebody, I'd be okay with it. But if somebody just did it out of the blue, I would probably rage quit, at least for a couple of hours. I don't like dying in this game, and I don't like dying whenever it's not my fault and somebody else like did it to me. Maybe I'm a little sore loser in that sense, but just being honest, I would probably rage quit. I take this game a little too seriously at times. Can't stand Boston Rob. So that's one of those people where I knew that at some point he was going to win, but I didn't know when. And he's in so many seasons that like I don't feel weird saying that because you don't know which one it's gonna be. He's literally I think in 5 seasons. So that was one where I kept watching it. It was like, oh, it's going to be this one. And then something would happen. I'm like, okay, maybe not. And then I'd be like, okay, so it's this one. Maybe not. And it would take a while before I'm like, okay, just stop assuming you know which one it's going to be because you don't actually know how many seasons the person's in yet. But I also, watching any season he was in, I would usually root for him because I knew that he was like a icon in the series. And so, and I also really loved season 8. So, with like his whole thing with Amber, so I was a fan of him. It's pretty controversial. I can understand that. I would be very annoyed if somebody took me out with an end crystal. Because also, the destruction that comes with an end crystal, unless you're doing it in an area that I don't care about, I'm probably going to be pretty annoyed if you blow up an end crystal by my stuff. But it's a good thing I play mostly solo, so I don't have to deal with that. I was watching a short or a reel that came up earlier today, and it was showing like all the different things that you kind of have to put up with on multiplayer Minecraft, and it just reminded me that sometimes it's not too bad playing solo. I feel like updates are a lot more fun to explore with people, but like I don't have to worry about people messing with my cow farm or people screwing up my storage or setting traps everywhere. And I save myself a lot of peace of mind in this world. So I like being able to have this like separate world where nobody can touch my stuff. And then whenever I want to play with other people, I can go to other worlds to do that. This is like my safe world. My comfort world. Forget the term forever world. We'll call it a comfort world. I think it's good to have one of these though, too. It's like Etho has one, B-Dubs has one, Blip has one. Just like a long-term world that you can go to whenever you're not playing multiplayer. There are so many guys in here. We are accumulating more and more baby pigmen. I almost said children, but that sounds weird. But they just really love my tunnels for some reason. Blurry, have you seen Season 40 Winners at War? Such a good season. Fern's been getting into Survivor and showed him Season 1. Now he's watching Season 16, the fans versus favorites. And I'll probably have to show him Winners at War at some point, but it just kind of spoils so much of the rest of the show that there's never a good time to watch it. Season 40 was the COVID season. So they filmed it right before COVID hit, and it aired during COVID. But it didn't, like, it wasn't impacted by the COVID restrictions. So it's kind of poetic that it turned out to be Season 40 where that happened, because Season 41 they switched from 39 days to 26, and it's just overall a little bit different after 40 because of how COVID impacted it. But 40 was a fun watch. You get to see like all the OGs, and a lot of the new people as well. Literally a piggy daycare. I might have to give them little stalls. Humane stalls, if you know what I mean. Like trading stalls in a way. We're out of basalt, and we're almost out of glowstone. I don't think I need much more though. Let me go take back what I can. I have not watched a lot of The Amazing Race. I don't think I've ever seen a full episode of it. I know Rob and Amber go and do that. I know like Natalie and her sister, I forget her sister's name, Nadia. They go do Amazing Race as well, and a lot of other Survivor duos, but I have not seen it myself. I do know Amazing Race is the show that has the girl who gets the watermelon like shot back into her face though, right? Because I've seen that clip before. I feel like that's unfortunately an iconic clip, but I think it's probably become a little infamous in the series. I'm gonna put these here. We'll take all this back. Yeah, it's hard to watch, but it does make me laugh, unfortunately. Never fun to like laugh over somebody's pain, but that one's just the comedic timing is it's on its own level. But yeah, anytime somebody mentions Amazing Race, I usually think about that clip. That's just somebody's legacy out there. And honestly, I feel like looking back at it, if that was my legacy, I'd probably be okay with it. In the moment, you're like, ah, this sucks. This is what I'm known for. But you're definitely like leaving an impression on people. There's so many blocks. No, I want this here. See, this is how my nether storage tends to be. I need to expand it more. Not right now. No, I'm surprised I've never gotten into Amazing Race that much. I really liked what I did see of Big Brother. I liked it, but I only saw like season 2, which I don't understand. I guess Big Brother season 1 is like a its own show. It's so different. It was like 70 episodes, and I don't even understand what Big Brother season 1 is. But so I watched the OG of like the modern day format of how they do Big Brother, and I liked it, but it didn't hook me in like Survivor did. I think part of that too is because since I started watching Survivor during COVID, I had a lot of stuff just to do at home that I would have Survivor running as background noise, and it's the perfect show for that. And I think by the time I got into Big Brother, I didn't have that need for background shows as much. At least not for 40-something seasons of it. I think Big Brother is probably at like 26 seasons if I were to guess. But yeah, we're on 49 right now of Survivor. Crazy. Yeah, so definitely not finishing the tunnel today. We're once again surprised by how long everything takes in this tunnel, but I'm enjoying the process. I think we can at least get most of the framing in, and then once we have to add the final blocks in, it's gonna be pretty quick. I mean, I might be able to get I don't know. I want to try and get this stuff done first. Like, I feel like that last part is not going to take very long at all, but it probably will, as everything has with this project. But these little tunnels are so peaceful, I can't complain. I don't have to think too hard, aside from, like, where to place the basalt and in what direction, but pretty chill project for sure. Originally, I can't believe we started with the 4 of you, and now we've got like 12. And I think I'm missing 2. I don't know where the breeze head. Oh wait, you're the breeze head. I don't know where the guardian head is and the phantom head. They probably wandered out somewhere. Projects where you don't have to think are my favorite. I like doing them. I do like creating too, but I've said it a couple of times on stream, and I don't know if this is just me, but sometimes in order to be creative, I have to like halfway be thinking about it. I can't fully focus on it, or else I overcomplicate it. So most of the times, if I'm working in creative, like if it's something I really have to think through the design of, can you guys get out of here? If I really have to think through the design of it, if I'm like half paying attention, it helps me get more creative. I don't know why. But if I'm like, I can't do it in silence. I can't just be like silently designing a building. Because a lot of the times I will just get to a point where I'm like, hey, let's try this. And I'm watching a video or listening to a video. And then next thing I know, the video's over and I have like a third of it done. I'm like, ah, that wasn't that bad. Get out. I don't want to hit you because I'm going to make you guys mad, but I don't understand why that's where you're pathing to. Why you all feel the need to path right there. Makes no sense to me. I don't understand mob pathing. See, why are you both there? Why do you want this spot? Do you like the warmth of the glowstone? Little heated floor action? See, one leaves and then another shows up. Now we had 3 there. I'd like to be patient, but I'm hoping I turn around and you're gone, and then I can place the block I need to in there. There's got to be a reason for why sometimes it's easier to be creative when you're only like half paying attention. I figured it probably was somewhat of a common experience, but I don't know. It just depends on the person. It's probably the equivalent of like being a auditory versus a visual learner. Get away! Thank you. And you're still there, unfortunately. I didn't want you to leave. I wanted you to stay. Because you actually have the hat. You guys can go. I don't want you. Get the breeze guy back. I want him. Okay, there you go. There you go. You made the right decision, bud. And it's gone. Okay. See, I just had to be patient for once. These 2. This one. There's like 5 right here. I feel like the last stretch is all open. A big portion of it, at least. So we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And I think all this is just open. So we need 6. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to have enough glowstone because it's 6 per. I don't know how to do the math, but 6 times 18 is definitely more than 30. But honestly, not too bad. If I would have guessed, I would have thought that I need like 27 stacks of glowstone. I think this is probably 9. So we're doing better than I thought we would be. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Who is walking into me? You. I don't understand why they keep pathing to me. Like, you have this space to get out. What if I do this? You can go. I would like you to go, actually. Now they don't want to go when they actually have a way to get out. But I don't want the good one, like the masked ones, to leave. You can go. I would like that. See, at some point I'm gonna have to smack you if you don't get out of here. And I don't want the army that's gonna bring towards me. The army of zombie pigs. I'm glad they made them passive for how frequently they spawn, but I do wish that they didn't get so angry when you hit them. Maybe like a certain quantity get mad, but not just every single one that spawns in a specific radius. Literally, they are being so difficult today. Like, you're asking to get hit. You're standing right in the death zone, the danger zone. Move. Move. Stop. I'm gonna do this while I still can then. Before he starts hopping up, hon. Let's do it. Oh. Do like one at a time so they can't jump. Get out of there. Thank you. Who's hitting me? Goodness. It's like whenever you're just standing there and your cat walks up and brushes against your legs. That's how I feel every time I'm like looking up and I just kind of get pushed around. Hey, that was actually kind of cute. He just wanted to be seen. He wanted to be on camera. You'll have to calm it down. Like, why here? Why wherever I'm working? I don't get it. I'm trying so hard to, like, avoid you at all costs. Can't be held responsible for you getting hit if it's your own fault. Please tell me you can't get in here. I don't think you can. I would like to put blocks here. Okay, but it's just not gonna work. Hold on. No. What if I, like, do that? Okay. You don't care. Good. Okay, you do care. Ooh, you scared me. You made me jump. Oh, you're a little one. How'd you get in here? Okay, that's the one that got through. You were kind of scary, though. Okay, that goes there. We're gonna do that. We're gonna... that. Now you can't mess with me. I think. Hopefully. I'm sure a little guy is gonna pop through at some point, but this is all I got to work with right now. So boats to catch wanderers. Honestly, that is a very smart idea. And I did not even think about catching them. Maybe, yeah, once we get going, I get boats in here, trap them all, relocate them to the orphanage. I'm a little piggy orphanage. One thing I like about tunnels is you can just branch off into any direction, and usually you're back. Like I could keep this framework and just start branching off in a direction. We could do that and add like little build spaces or something if we wanted. I hate nether wart. Mining nether wart is one of the worst. They really like that block. There we go. I don't like that this is here. There we go. Oh, this is gonna be the last of the glowstone. Actually worked out perfectly right there. Look at that. I got that last trapdoor in. Okay, good. I forgot I said I was gonna go... Oh wait, no, I already did it. Never mind. What am I thinking of? Yeah, we're gonna have to go get a lot more glowstone, but we knocked out a lot of those. That wasn't as many as I originally thought it was going to be. Still took a while, but we're getting very close. Yeah, they're just climbing. I know they definitely gravitate towards the higher blocks. I remember somebody saying that. Probably like Tango or Etho or something. But I don't understand why they kept going to the one that I was at. I'm like, you have pathways to get away. You don't have to stand right here. But yeah. You're heading out, Blurry. Well, good timing. I'm glad you could be here as well. Yeah, I appreciate y'all stopping by. I appreciate the sub. Thank you for chatting, Ryan. It was really nice having you here today. That is going to be all we have for stream today. As of now, next stream is TBD, but keep an eye out on the Discord and I will let you know. As I mentioned, we won't be streaming Friday this week, and then my schedule is kind of getting all messy next week and on as I start my new job and figure out what my new schedule is going to look like, but we'll figure it out. We'll get something worked out. We'll probably have a lot more, as I said, later streams, like 6 p.m. and on, and there may be a lot more of just like multiplayer non-Minecraft gameplay on weekdays if I do stream on a weekday, but I'll try to plan something where we have at least like one big Minecraft day in the week. I think with Fridays, that could be a potential day to do stuff, or we could do Saturdays, just depending on what my weekends are looking like, because it's always changing. But yeah, thank you for the good wishes. Thank you for the good lucks. And I appreciate y'all being here. And I hope y'all have a good rest of your week. And I will see you when I see you. Bye-bye.